When I originally wrote this script, it was in January. Now it's mid-March. So much has happened and so much has changed where I don't even know where to begin. Where to start a story of such magnitude. I guess I'll start with this.
What's up, ACHIVEMENT? How's it going? Today's another beautiful night in Charlotte, Pennsylvania. I am back from Africa, which is a whole trip in itself, as you can see here on the side of my head. And while that is playing, I'm kind of gonna tell pretty much like the whole reason why I kind of went there. One is to get married, two, to get the fuck off this continent, at least for once. So I took it as like a little mini vacation. And I didn't really have a lot of money. I just had enough money to like kind of get married and then get back. And then maybe a couple things here and there. But I kind of forgot how much just expensive things is over there, because even though my US dollar is, you know, for one, over there is 26, because, you know, the money is not really worth a lot, they ask for a lot more. So realistically, I probably should have had maybe like $2,000 before I left over there. And obviously I came back, I got a new job, which is security at this museum. Hence the side of my head is literally all the pictures pretty much that I've taken. And while that, like I said, while that is playing, I enjoy it. It's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Every other Saturday I work and chill. I walk pretty much 8 hours a day. I walk up and down the stairs. I'll probably do about 80 flights of stairs, and realistically I'll probably walk 10 miles a day, because it's like the whole city block, and I'm going level to level. So from level 6 all the way down to 1, level 6 all the way down to 1, and just so on and so forth. I do that shit for like 8 hours. All I do is walk around. I probably burn about 2,000 calories a day on that shit. I don't eat breakfast, I don't eat lunch. I've been fasting, I've been losing weight, so that's good. At this point I probably lost like 80 pounds, so we got that going for us. And yeah, it was just pretty much amazing. The last time, it was literally January since I recorded anything like this. And even on my main channel, sure, I was trying to upload every day, but the more I thought about it, you know what, I just want quality rather than quantity. So I deleted about half of my videos, which was around 677, but realistically speaking around 700. And the others, I'm just gonna unlist them, download them, put them on my computer, and then obviously once I get a hard drive, I'll just put it on that, and then delete them from YouTube, and then I'm gonna start from scratch. And I already made a new channel trailer, as you can see, left side of my head, and that's basically the gist. Obviously, there's a lot more details in there, but you just don't really fucking need to know that. And to be honest, I'm not trying to have this VCD 2 hours long, because that would be kind of pointless. I'm trying to get to like 30 minutes to make the intro be like actually worth it, because it is weird, like, because it's a minute long intro and it's only like 7 minutes, you know. And I think that's what I struggled with in the past, where like the intro song would literally be like 30 seconds and then the vlog is like 4 or 5 minutes. So it doesn't really make any sense. And I think that's why I like doing this, talking to the camera one, because I generally miss it too. I like editing it, even though it might just be just straight raw, or it might be a couple cuts here and there to kind of speed up the process. And then we just kind of go back into the narration.
What a good time to be alive. Even as I'm writing this, I am screen recording to put in the VCD before this one to provide context for this one. Truly in my multitasking era, even though I am currently changing it, hence changing the overall continuity of the script itself. But besides the script being edited, I am writing to send this to potentially millions of people to hear, react to, and hopefully, if I do my job right, I can have some reflection and have introspection of such thoughts, which I completely, the least of which is that we live in a time period where I can not only be achievable in a way that is very conducive to my own character, but seriously done with the authenticity of what I bring to the table. So with that said, let me enlighten you. more that I keep writing the script, the more I keep going back to that first line. What a time to be alive.
I can honestly say that last year and this year is probably the only 2 years that I can honestly remember, probably in the last 2 decades, where it just wasn't a bad year. 2023 might have started off bad, or not even that bad, just not good. And then it ended on a good note. And then a couple of hiccups here and there. This year, yeah, there might have been a couple hiccups here and there, but it has not been bad. Like, I am truly living a blessed life. Like, I am truly happy in my life. Now, I'm not, like, content. I'm not exactly where I want to be. However, I am a lot better off. Mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, socially. I am just so much better in my life. And I wish I could say the same for half of my friends. Half my friends are still struggling. Like, they're still in the hood, falling into the same old traps. Like, they might not make it to 35. You know what I mean? They might not make it to next year. Shit, they might not even make it months. And my family's good for the most part. You know, my wife is good for the most part, which is kind of weird to say because I've been pretty much almost single my whole life. So to say that I have a wife, I'm still kind of getting used to that. But yeah, man, I'm truly blessed in my life.
There's an ocean between us, a blanketed sky. I'm on my way to see ya. One way or another, it's a bumpy ride. 'Cause flying and falling feel the same to me. Turbulence,
And it is. So I've been watching, and this Yosmazer, I'm not even remotely trying to pronounce that correctly, and frankly, I don't give 2 shits. Anyway, I've been watching him on YouTube while writing my dream home details in a notebook. Sooner or later, once I buy a new laptop, most likely later this year, I'm going to re-download Blender and make a prototype of how I want my dream home to look like. It'll be an ancestral palace. And I know in that last paragraph, there was a lot to unpack there, let alone getting towards the main topic of this VCD. So to reiterate, what a time to be alive. And it is. So I've been watching and this deals Mazo on YouTube while writing this dream home details in a notebook. Sooner or later, once I buy a new laptop, most likely later this year, I'm going to re-download Blender and make a prototype of how I want my dream home to look like. It'll be an ancestral palace. I'm also making my dream job as well, which would be like a business lounge that also sells pizza. And that is my like dream job, my dream business pretty much. I always wanted like a circular office and the colors would be purple, green, and gold. And I would write down in a notebook and write down all the different type of details that would be like in the chair and the table and how the windows would look, and maybe put like a mosaic in there, and maybe it will win like a couple of awards for like outstanding design at like some architectural event that they do. I'm sure those are a bunch, and I'm sure if you type on YouTube like top 100 architectural designs of business lounges, and there'll be like an award or something like that. And I just thought that would just be so cool. I could just write it down in the notebook, all the little things that I've ever wanted. I've been talking about this, but once I get Blender, I'm gonna do like a 3D, and obviously I'm gonna put it on my main channel as well. I just want to do better in life, man. I just want to like be like 35 years old
and be like, holy shit, look how far I done came. Like, when I was like not even 30, I was pretty much at the fucking bottom. And then now I'm at 35 and I'm a business owner. Like, my music is popping off, my YouTube is popping off. Like, I'm making 6 figures, maybe sooner or later I'll be making 7. Like, I'm really just on my entrepreneurial ship.
Okay, so we gotta skip all this. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, and stop.
True to form, he's holding a lavish ball in his newly purchased ancestral palace.
And I just thought that was so cool, and I always wanted to live in a log cabin. However, why stop there? Let's just add on to it and make it a palace of solitude made of oak, pine, maple, and ash.
Funnily enough, that same game is like the sole reason why I just don't like to be in a log cabin in the middle of Alaska or even Canada, even just because all of the Canada levels in that game is just so sick, and I would just love to be in a cabin like the middle of nowhere where I could just be myself and just go fuck off somewhere.
Build the original log cabin where basic necessities are met, then every other room just keep adding and adding and adding over the years until it's a big beautiful facade in the mountainside for all to enjoy the northern lights of Alaska. That's the dream, to be in Alaska with my fortress of fuck you, blow me, big ass palace of mine. That's what I want to get to, a big ass fortress of fuck you, below me. Just fuck off somewhere and leave me the fuck alone. And Blender is where I used to create level designs and other game making related stuff back in the mid 2000s, and I want to get back into it, not only to just redesign my dream house, but to make content again, because I missed that portion of my life. Felt like it's been abandoned, like the inner child in me, and I'm collecting all the shit that made that little fucker happy and running around alongside the tools and guidance I made along the way. Which brings us to the ancestral part. From learning Polish and Polish history, my own family, and eventually all my family dirt, it made me appreciate those who came before me, as well as get excited for those who came after me, and want to make that palace into one where I'll stay in my family as long as possible, hence ancestral. Being built for all the families and ideas that will thrive in that house for millennia to come. I have big dreams for this house and my life and my future family, and I feel like it all starts off heading to Africa. By the time you are hearing this, and obviously as I'm rewriting this, I am back at home in America, but at the time when I was writing the script, I was saying I would be on a plane flying over the Atlantic towards the continent, living my best life, and honestly just being one with the universe. I'm so excited and nervous of whatever human emotion that is possible, and I'm feeling it right now. Even as I'm writing, I can feel its grip on me.
That's pretty much it for this VCD. So with that said, this is Ryoichi. Sign out.